Good evening. My name is Nancy Sipes. Thank you for this opportunity to present my nonprofit strategic plan for Blue Star Family. These are the components or the contents of my nonprofit strategic plan presentation. Blue Star Families is an international nonprofit reaching over 1.5 million military members. We have 284 chapters around the world. Our mission is to support military families providing outreach support. We have three major goals for next year. Back to school program that supplies backpacks and school supplies to military families in need. We want to increase membership and increase community partnerships. I'll start with the back to school program and briefly touch on the other two as they aren't part of my fundraising initiative. However, they are very important to the success of Blue Star families. Our goal is to raise $2,500 to buy backpacks and school supplies for at least 200 underprivileged military students to be presented in August of 2025. There are several steps we need to take to reach our goal by August. Our first step will be to create a committee consisting of Blue Star families, volunteers, and potential donors. This committee will determine what type of fundraiser event should be offered to reach our goal. Some events could be a game family night, a blind auction, and a paint and sip. These events have been very successful in our area. They will then create flyers which will be distributed as a save a date a couple of months before the event and then distributed 3 weeks before the event. Local businesses will be contacted for partnerships and sponsorships for prizes and refreshments for the events. Additional volunteers will be assembled to help with events. The funds collected from each event will be documented and tracked. Lastly, thank you letters will be sent to all donors, sponsors, and volunteers. The components of the Back to School fundraising initiative will consist of the events hosted such as game night or family night, a silent auction, and a painting sip. Prizes and giveaways will ensure successful event. Community sponsors and donors are vital to the success of these fundraising events. Goal number 2 is to increase our membership, and even though this is not a fundraising event, our memberships are vital to the success of Blue Star families. We strive to reach and support as many military families as possible. We are constantly growing our mailing list. While members give us a purpose, business support and partnerships make it possible to do what we do. Donor cultivation and engagement is critical to any nonprofit. Donor cultivation and engagement are the methods and strategies we use to keep our donors as continuous supporters and engaged. Several of our current volunteers are also donors. Donors want to be able to see the impact Blue Star Families is having in the community and with military members. Potential donors will be contacted to establish rapport and invite them to get involved in our events. We believe by bringing our potential donors in as soon as possible gives them the sense of purpose and involvement. We will invite them to be on our event committees and give them a voice in how we are going to conduct the fundraising. Continuous communication, even if they don't want to get involved in the current project, is important because they appreciate knowing they are welcome at future events. Potential donors will also bring in peers in their industry if they feel appreciated and engaged. We will conduct an annual recognition ceremony so all chapters can see the success of the other chapters. The following timelines will show the projected progression and important dates for each project. The Back to School event is the only goal which is a fundraising goal and thus has critical touch points for tasks to be completed. The fundraising initiative would begin at the beginning of the year, where we will set out the plans and tasks for the project. 3 fundraising events will be planned. However, if we fail to reach our goal by the end of those 3 events, we will plan another one. If we make our goal, we'll still host the other events as community involvement engagement functions. If we surpass our goal, we will be able to service more members. The fundraising initiative concludes on June 30th. Then volunteers will come together to set up for the event and help families get to the correct grade level for their child. The membership drive will last all year with monthly check-ins to ensure our campaign is reaching the target goals. The community engagement and support campaign is year-long, as well as bi-monthly check-ins to track the progress. Our potential donors could be identified through this process. However, the main goal is to get the community involved and thus get supporters and partners. Some businesses like to support through office space or props, etc. for the events. I have created a sample chart to show how the fundraising events will be monitored. You can see by the chart that the progress is easy to follow, so we will always know how close we are to reaching our goal. I used the 3 sample fundraising events in this sample and identified the 3 types of donors we could receive. I put in dollar amounts for the businesses that might decide to donate in kind. For example, Walmart might decide to donate 100 backpacks. This chart is critical to show exactly what is collected at each event to track the progress of the fundraising initiative. As you can see here, we've annotated how much money we collected from each event and which group was the donation, and so we can always see the total that we've collected for that event. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. As Walt Disney says, in nonprofits, action speaks volumes. In summary, Blue Star Families work hard to help military families get integrated into communities and to build partnerships with those communities. This is beneficial to both the military and the local economy because the military spouses are seeking jobs in the local communities, and it's a boom for each, the families and the local communities. Donors and community partners help make Blue Star Families initiatives a major success. Thank you for your time this evening. I hope you found this presentation intriguing and interesting, and I hope you will consider being a donor. Thank you and have a great night.